mechanism of respiration. We know the respiration. Respiration means the oxidation of food material to produce the energy. And energy is necessary for our survivalness. We get the energy due to the respiration. We take the O2 and releases the CO2. It is called the breathing. So the mechanism of respiration, it requires the respiratory system. We have seen the respiratory system. Nose, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, lungs. These are the different organs in the respiratory system. But what happens, or what is the mechanism of that respiratory system? The first step is, in the mechanism of respiratory system, breathing. Second one is internal respiration. External respiration. And cellular respiration. During breathing, that is to take the O2 and release the CO2. Inhalation and exhalation is called the breathing. To take the O2 into the lungs is called the inhalation, and to release the CO2 from the lungs is called the exhalation. So there are the two steps. With the help of that, we can breathe to take the air into the lungs and release the CO2 from the lungs is called the exhalation. So which are the two steps? Inhalation and exhalation, or inspiration and expiration. How it takes place? Inspiration and the expiration, how it takes place? Look at here. Inspiration and the expiration. You know that this is the trachea. Here the trachea is also present. We can compare how that inhalation takes place and how that exhalation takes place. Trachea divides into bronchi, right bronchi and left bronchi. Right bronchi enters into the right lung. Left bronchi enters into the left lung. And the lungs are made up of alveoli. Or lungs, the bronchi enters into the lungs. It divides and redivides to produce the bronchioles, and bronchioles ends into the alveoli. You know that. We have seen such structure and the alveoli. So the number of alveoli are present in the lungs, and the lungs are protected in thoracic cavity. Lungs are protected in thoracic cavity, that is laterally they are protected by ribs. Ventrally, the lungs are protected by a sternum. A sternum is present. You know that. Here the sternum is present. Ventral side. Toward the ventral side, sternum is present. And toward the back side, a vertebral column is present. So the lungs are protected laterally by ribs, ventrally by sternum, and dorsally by the vertebral column. And here the diaphragm is also present. This is called the diaphragm. Diaphragm. This is the structure of lungs. What happens during the inhalation or the inspiration? During the inspiration, what happens? Look at here. all process, it depends upon the contraction and relaxation of the intercostal muscles. The intercostal muscles are present in between the ribs. Intercostal muscles are present in between the ribs. These are the ribs. And here the intercostal muscles are present. Intercostal muscles. The intercostal muscles are present in between the ribs. In between the ribs, intercostal muscles are present. Okay. So due to contraction and intercostal muscles, here the intercostal muscles get contract. And due to that, the ribs pulled upward direction. Ribs pulled upward direction. Ribs pulled upward direction. As well as the sternum also pulled upward direction. Take a breath. Take a one breath. And feel and experience how do you feel. Take a one long breath. And experience how do you feel. What is the experience? That is, when you take the O2 in through your muscle cavity, when it enters in your lungs, the ribs pulled upward direction. Sternum also pulled upward direction. And what happens about the diaphragm? Diaphragm becomes flat. And due to that, here the cavity, thoracic cavity enlarges, space is increased. Thoracic cavity enlarges, space is increased, and that's why here the lungs expand. Lungs get expand. And due to the expansion, O2 enters into the lungs. O2 enters into the lungs. So this is called the inhalation. So during inhalation, all mechanism of that respiration or the breathing, it depends upon the contraction and relaxation of intercostal muscles. During inhalation, the contraction of muscles, intercostal muscles get contract, ribs pulled upward direction, they pushed upward direction, sternum pushed upward direction, and lungs, thoracic cavity increases in size, and O2 enters into the lungs. O2 enters through the trachea, it enters into the lungs. During expiration, what happens? During expiration, what happens? Look at here. This is the trachea. Trachea divides into bronchi. Bronchi enters into the lungs. And around that, the lungs are protected by ribs. Laterally by ribs and dorsally by vertebral column, ventrally by sternum. And here the diaphragm is present. What happens during the expiration? Here the intercostal muscles get contract. But here the intercostal muscles get relaxed. Here the relaxation takes place. Intercostal muscles get relaxed. Due to the relaxation, the ribs pulled inward direction. Here the push upward direction. The ribs pulled inward direction. Ribs pulled inward direction. Sternum pulled inward direction. Diaphragm becomes dome shaped. Diaphragm becomes dome shaped. And that's why the thoracic cavity decreases in size. Here the thoracic cavity is increased and here thoracic cavity decreases in size. That's why the pressure is created on the wall. The pressure is created on that lungs. Due to the pressure, the lungs get flaccid. Due to the pressure, the lungs get flaccid and the CO2 which is present in that lungs, it get outside. The CO2 is released from that lungs. This is called the expiration. So during expiration, intercostal muscles, remember that intercostal muscles relaxed. Ribs pulled inward direction. Sternum pulled inward direction. Diaphragm becomes dome shaped. Thoracic cavity decreases in size. That's why pressure is created on the wall. And the CO2 present in the lungs, it releases out from that nasal cavity. So this is the difference between inspiration and expiration. What is the difference between the inspiration and the expiration? First of all, what is the meaning of inspiration? Inhalation, that is to take the air into the lungs. To take the air into the lung is called the inspiration. This is the first point. Okay, to take the air into the lungs is called the inspiration. Here, release of CO2 from the lungs is called the expiration. Release of CO2 from the lungs is called the expiration. So, first of all, definition. First is the definition. Then, here what about the intercostal muscles? Intercostal muscles contract. Here, intercostal muscles relax. Intercostal muscles contract and intercostal muscles get relaxed. Okay, then what about the ribs? The ribs push upward direction. Ribs push upward direction. Here ribs pulled inward direction. Then what about the sternum? Sternum pushed upward direction. Sternum pushed upward direction. Sternum pulled inward direction. Okay. Then what about the diaphragm? Diaphragm becomes flat. Diaphragm becomes dome shaped. Diaphragm becomes dome shaped. What about the thoracic cavity? Thoracic cavity increases in size. Thoracic cavity increases. Here the thoracic cavity decreases. Thoracic cavity decreases. Then, whether the pressure is created on the lungs? Pressure is not created. No pressure. Pressure is not created on the lungs. But here the pressure is created on the lungs. Pressure is created on the lungs. That's why here the lungs, here the pressure is not created on the lungs. That's why the lungs expand. Lungs expand. What happens here? Expand. And here lungs becomes flaccid. Lungs becomes flaccid. Then what about the air present in that lungs? The O2 enters into the lungs. And here CO2 releases from the lungs. So this is the main difference between inspiration and expiration. Do you get my point? What is the difference between inspiration and expiration?